Howdy folks, welcome back to Serving Up Plumbing. I'm David Butler and today we're talking tankless. One of the most common problems with tankless water heaters is what we call cold water sandwich. Most people don't understand what that means, but what it means is you've got a little area of cold water sandwiched between two layers of hot water. Nobody likes to be taking a shower and suddenly the water go cold, and then it'll go hot again, and that's what we call cold water sandwich. But before we go any further, please make sure and hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and let me know what you want to see in the future. All right, now, let's talk sandwiches. What is cold water sandwich? This is something that stumps a lot of plumbers, and a lot of plumbers go at it the wrong way. Cold water sandwich, as we said earlier, is where cold water gets sandwiched between two layers of hot water. And most people immediately think, oh, something's wrong with my tankless water heater. Well, believe it or not, 99% of the time, nothing's wrong with your tankless water heater. What we have is a flow issue. Now, all of your faucets, shower heads, kitchen faucets, lavatory faucets, all have flow restrictors. The only ones that don't have flow restrictors are your bathtubs. So, those flow restrictors are great when you first install a shower head or a faucet. But, as with anything, there's chlorine in our water and it deteriorates the rubber parts that are inside there. And those flow restrictors generally have some rubber parts to them. Once these rubber parts start to deteriorate, they reduce the flow through these faucets and your shower heads. And so what happens is, as you reduce that flow, you slow down the flow rate through your tankless. And tankless water heaters are all based on flow rate. If you don't have enough flow going through a tankless water heater, it won't stay running. Therefore, when you get flow restrictions with your shower heads and your faucets, suddenly you have less flow going through your tankless water heater, and the computer on the tankless says, hey, wait a minute, I don't have enough hot water going through here. I need to shut down. It goes off, cold water comes in. Suddenly it kicks back on in a few seconds, and the hot water comes back in. So that's when you get that blast of cold water in your shower when you have a tankless water heater. This has been the nemesis of tankless water heaters because many people have had their tankless water heaters installed incorrectly, or they have flow issues, or a plumber goes out to troubleshoot it and he goes in a totally wrong direction. And suddenly everybody hates tankless because, yeah, they say this doesn't work right or that doesn't work right. And almost always it's because of improper installation or because of flow rate going through the tankless. Not that tankless water heaters don't have some problems, but the majority of them always refer back to the installation or issues with flow. What do we do to fix these things? Well, first of all, as I said, it's not the tankless. And one of the first things most people do is they go and they turn the temperature up on their tankless water heater thinking that's going to fix it. Well, believe it or not, it does the exact opposite. Because when you turn the water up on your tankless water heater, that means the water's hotter coming through. Therefore, you're going to mix more cold water with it using less hot water. Now your flow rate's restricted again, right? Let me repeat that. It sounds a little confusing, doesn't it? So, when you turn the temperature up on your tankless, your water burns hotter and comes through at a higher temperature. So if we're normally set at 120 to 125 and you turn it up to 130, now where you used to mix cold water and hot water together, you're going to have to mix more cold water with that higher temperature water to not scald yourself and to have the shower that you want. Well, when you do that, you slow down the flow of the tankless. So now you've actually exacerbated the problem and made it worse. So first things first, if you do have cold water sandwich, never go turn the tankless up. That's not going to solve the problem. To you plumbers and your do-it-yourselfers out there, remember that. Never turn up the temperature on the tankless for this reason. So what do? We have to fix the flow restriction problems. Now, there's different ways to do this, depending on what fixture is causing the problem. It may be that you have hot water in all your faucets and the cold water sandwich only happens in your shower. Or it may be that the cold water sandwich is happening at the kitchen sink or at the lavatory. Or it may be happening at all these fixtures. So, pick out which fixture it's happening at. If it's at all of them, then we're going to have to work on every single fixture. If it's only at one, then that's the only fixture we need to work on. We need to figure out why is the flow rate slowed down on it. Well, as I mentioned earlier, all faucets nowadays are required to have flow restrictors in them. There's actual code requirements for how many gallons per minute you can flow through a certain fixture. This is so we can have water conservation. We need to save water. You know, we were talking in another video about pressure reducing valves and how they are having to up the pressure. Well, that's not because we're running out of water in this world. It's because we're running out of the capacity to supply it. Well, this is the same reason that we have to put flow restrictors in our faucets, because we have to save water in order to continue to be able to supply it to everyone. These flow restrictors do get old and they fail. So how do we fix it? Sometimes the flow restrictors are in the aerators of the faucets. Sometimes they're in the body of the faucet. Sometimes they're in the area where the water comes into the faucet. On your shower heads, they're actually installed in the shower head, or if you have like a handheld and multiple shower heads on, they're usually right where the water ties onto your shower head or shower arm. Let's look at some pictures of some different type of flow restrictors. The first one we're going to look at would be on like a kitchen pull-out spout faucet. As you can see here, the pull-out spout faucet has a flow restrictor in it. It also has check valves in it. Not only can the flow restrictor cause a problem, but maybe, there was a water main break or something else, or maybe you had to have a plumbing repair fixed in your yard. Maybe your water heater is getting old and it's a little rusty or has some sediment in it and it's putting out some trash in the water lines. Those things can stop up in your flow restrictors and in your check valves on these. They can get inside there and they can cause less water to flow through it, this causing you a cold water sandwich. So that's how it would look on a kitchen faucet. On a lavatory faucet, generally it's going to be in the aerator. As you can see in this picture, the aerators are flow restricted generally these days to about 0.8 gallons per minute. Some of them are up to 1.5, but a lot of them are down to 0.8. That's not much water flow when it takes at least half a gallon of water to make a tankless work. You can see on this aerator that we can take the screen out, and there's usually a rubber O-ring inside there. That little rubber O-ring is what swells and causes the water flow to slow down more and more. Now there's a similar type like this also, as you can see in this picture of this shower head. It has the same type of rubber O-ring on it, and that is what causes the problem. Now, I'm not saying take the entire flow restrictor out. We don't want to do that. We still need to conserve water. But you can remove that small little rubber O-ring out of there and you'll still have the water flow restricted properly, okay? That little rubber O-ring, once you pull it out, you'll notice it's all swollen and oftentimes it's misshaped, which it used to be perfectly round. And that slows down the flow of your water enough to make your tankless water heater kick on and off, causing you a cold water sandwich. So, what we need to do when we have a cold water sandwich, we don't go turn up the hot water. We don't think there's a problem with the tankless always. Not to say that there can't be, but again, 99% of the time, this is a flow issue. We do go check and see what the problem is with our flow restrictors in our faucets. And if you need to, you may need to call a plumber on this one because it can get a little tricky. Hope that's been helpful to you. If you need anything, you can always comment and let me know what your questions are on it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you if you have a tankless water heater with cold water sandwich. And it's generally just on tankless. Remember that. This isn't usually on tank water heaters. Thanks so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Have a great day, and just tell your friends the Butler did it.